What's good, people? This your boy, Mr. On Edge, and
I am your co-host, Adrian Nice.
and this is Indie Industry,
In the
where we talk about all
industry.
things filmmaking, camera gear, all those things.
All things filmmaking.
So, what we talking about today, Adrian?
Today we are going to intro our sponsors first.
Oh yeah, I'm not used to having sponsors. Sorry, my bad.
Let's talk about King. King is a Moscato out of South Carolina, made in South Carolina with a moonshine base. King with a Q. Check them out if you guys want to taste and order what they got cooking. Also, want to give a shout out to Audio Box Studios. It is a recording studio in Charlotte, North Carolina, home to the Baby and Stun for Vegas and other interesting people. Super producers, all the A-list celebs come there when they come to Charlotte. If it isn't Audio Box, then it just isn't at all. World famous Audio Box. Tap in.
Bet.
So,
All right, so we're gonna talk about. I noticed with COVID, right?
COVID.
A lot of people are switching to live streaming. And a lot of people don't understand the importance of live streaming and why you should do it and how it can also benefit your brand, business, or whatever the case may be. So, but Adrian here is a streaming master. That's what he does.
Trying, man. I'm trying.
Shoot.
Streaming, yeah, man. Just streaming in general. We saw like a whole shift, like streaming before COVID. We started to see Facebook. They introduced streaming to their platform. YouTube introduced live streaming to their platform. But right before COVID, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but a lot of the TV networks, a lot of let's see, Disney launched their platform. Disney Plus launched their platform. HBO launched their platform. A lot of them launched their own streaming services similar to Netflix, similar to Hulu or whatever, right before COVID hit. Right
So
before
they
COVID.
knew it was going
They
down.
knew.
Man.
They had to know.
They knew.
Right before this little pandemic where everybody was going to be trapped inside, they were going to
Yeah.
have to consume content. So streaming. So you want to talk about live streaming, right?
Yeah, I mean, anything like all things streaming, because you have, like you said, you mentioned Disney, HBO, Netflix started it all. Honestly,
Right now we're in the age of the streaming wars.
Streaming wars.
That's what they call
it
it.
is.
The streaming wars, because everybody's trying to take out Netflix.
They not gonna
Everybody's
do it.
trying to take out. We have when you think of streaming and when you think of people consuming content in the platforms, major platforms, who do you think? Let's
Netflix.
So we got Netflix.
Straight
Let's
up.
go down the list.
I would go with Netflix and Hulu because that's where
Who
it
are the
started.
powerhouses? Netflix, Hulu.
Netflix, Hulu,
Who else?
and then now I would have to say Disney
we got
because
Disney. Who else?
it's Disney,
Who else?
HBO, Stars,
Okay.
but that's really it. But I don't be.
We got
Whoa, no,
Amazon.
I take that back. My personal favorite is Netflix Funimation.
But it's
So-
Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Netflix is still number one, but Funimation
Netflix.
is probably one of my most used.
We got Amazon, we got YouTube,
Oh, yeah,
and we
Amazon
got
Prime.
Twitch. Okay, so these are the powerhouses, right? These are the
Mm-hmm.
powerhouses.
YouTube Live.
So
The people,
people
people go live on YouTube.
he thinks Netflix.
But Netflix ain't going nowhere.
I'm gonna have to say Disney.
Disney.
Everybody is sleeping on Disney.
Well, no. I have Disney Plus, yeah, but I would say
Why do you explain that? Why do you think Netflix is
that's like trying
Okay.
to take YouTube out the game. Like YouTube ain't going nowhere no time soon. We probably have YouTube for the next 10, 20 years. Facebook ain't going nowhere no time soon. Look, just to get off topic, we're talking about social media now. So for Facebook, just going down a rabbit hole ain't gonna be long. So Facebook actually bought out Instagram, right? So then Facebook tried to buy Snapchat. So then they bought Instagram Stories. And so they started Instagram
Instagram Stories
Stories.
'cause
So
they
now
couldn't buy
Snapchat went
Snapchat.
down in numbers. So now Facebook tried to buy
the
TikTok.
stock's going up though? But
So look, Facebook tried to buy TikTok, right?
Uh-huh.
So now Instagram is introducing a new thing called Instagram Reels, and it's just like TikTok.
yeah,
So now TikTok is gonna slowly go down too.
anticipate.
So anyway, back to Netflix. I feel like Netflix, cause, bro, like, I feel like a lot of Netflix originals are better than Amazon originals, Hulu
Definitely
originals.
better than Amazon.
you have like
and YouTube originals.
Right, like
Them
Netflix
things
is
shit.
dope. I mean, yeah, Disney. Don't get me wrong, Disney got some great content. It's a lot of nostalgia with like the old Disney TV shows. You got
Watch
the
this.
old Disney. You got the old Disney movies. Now you got Marvel all over there. Now you have all the Star Wars stuff on Disney. I mean, so I feel like Disney will be a top 3, but I don't feel like Netflix is going to go away no time soon at all.
Netflix definitely not going nowhere.
Nowhere.
You know, they definitely pioneered the streaming game, got everybody shifted their thinking. You know, they were doing DVDs at first, but now they're doing all online stuff, and now they're spending their own money on their own projects. But Disney, let me break it down for y'all guys.
We
Disney's
all know
position.
Disney is number 1 in everything.
Let me break this down. So we have Disney, right? So what we're about to start seeing, so we're in the age of the streaming wars. What we're about to start seeing is these streaming platforms, instead of them licensing other content from other people, they're going to spend their own money, like we're seeing Netflix do, to produce their own content. So right now, a lot of the content that's on these platforms is owned by who? Disney. So if Disney wanted to, at any point in time, say, we're no longer releasing any content, that will remove all of the Disney animated content that's on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. What else would it take out? All of the Marvel movies.
But listen, though, they don't need that, though.
I'm not done yet. Disney owns Marvel. Disney owns 20th Century Fox, which owns ESPN, all of sports entertainment, which owns, they also own all of the Simpsons, all of the TV episodes. What else are we talking about? Disney movies, the cartoons. They're always going to be relevant because they have family-friendly content that can keep being remade, et cetera, et cetera. They also own Star Wars. They also own Hulu. And the list goes on.
I don't feel like. I mean, yeah, I feel like if Disney do take their content, right?
So, to his point, he feels like it doesn't matter. It does matter. You want to know why? Because surveys have went around to different households, and people were asked if Marvel was taken off, if all of the Marvel superhero movies were taken off of Netflix, if all of the Disney content was taken off of Netflix, if all the stuff that Disney owns was taken off of Netflix, would they still watch Netflix? Guess what they said? No.
I would still watch Netflix. I don't watch anything Disney on Netflix, so I don't care.
I do have to say Netflix, they're definitely not going nowhere. They are cutting deals to these people. They are giving, you know, up-and-comers new,
like Stranger Things, they gave them a platform. Now look at them, right? And I just feel like a lot of Netflix like licensed content is like, I think Netflix, what they're trying to do, because they do fear that Disney might one day be like, screw you, I'm taking all my content.
Yeah.
Disney's trying to build a catalog with Netflix originals.
Put the power in their own hands.
Because even with anime, right, they have a lot of anime that they bought from studios, and they're just saying it's a Netflix original when we know it's not a Netflix original, but they just bought it and got the license for it. But like Seven Deadly Sins, bro, that's a freaking crazy anime right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like Disney don't have anime, but Disney could if they
have
wanted.
anime, but just not.
They don't got like the traditional anime we
about.
like
Yeah.
Naruto, Seven Deadly Sins, Bleach. Come on
Yeah.
now. But like
But
a lot
they
of
have-
people would, I think a lot of people would still stick with Netflix, even if they do take all of the. Because even if I'm gonna watch a Marvel movie, just because I pay for Disney, I'm gonna watch it on Disney because I'm paying for it. But
you got to think, like, where's the world headed right now? We're in the age of that movie theaters are going to be done for soon.
this is true. That's why you should
So
build
we
a home
won't
theater.
be able to access superhero movies on there any longer. Where else are you going to be able to watch them if Disney takes that away from these other platforms? You're going to only be able to watch them on there, and there's,
I feel like
you're going to have to get a Disney Plus.
Speaking of strap, I feel like DC Universe should cut a deal with Netflix or Hulu, one of them, because
and
DC Universe is not, in my opinion, it's a great concept with DC everything, but I feel like I got it because of Young Justice, but I don't think they're strong enough in content now for me to like justify me paying the whatever $5 to $7, whatever the case may be.
Who, DC?
DC Universe streaming app, yeah.
Well, so they got their own.
Yeah, they came up with they launched it a couple years ago, actually.
To be honest, it would be smart. It would be smart for another opposing streaming platform to cut a deal with DC because they are like the only other universe that is commercially worldwide known that could compete with Marvel.
And like DC, me personally, I like DC over Marvel anyway. That's just me. I know DC struggles with movies, but everything else as far as comic books and animated cartoons and movies, animated movies are way better than Marvel, in my opinion. Like, you can't name one Marvel cartoon that's crushing DC cartoons right now.
I mean, I don't know the stats on that.
I mean,
if we're just going off
of
production,
bro,
yeah, I can't.
True
but
fans
if we're
will
talking
say,
if we're talking about money, sales, views,
of course,
all that,
Marvel's killing it because listen, most people didn't even know about Marvel until the MCU took off the way they did.
So this is what I'm saying.
My point exactly.
This will be the perfect time for a YouTube, for a Netflix, for Amazon to cut a deal with
DC.
Amazon really needs some content because their originals.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have good originals. I mean, I watched a few of them, but I'm just like they have The Boys. That's it. They got some other stuff that I don't care to watch, but they got The Boys. Just
they got some stuff.
HBO, let's be honest. They got Watchmen and they had Game of Thrones. Now, rumor has it, something, I forgot,
shit.
Age of the Dragon or something. They're coming out with another Game of Thrones. I don't know if it's going to be, it might be a prequel to everything that happened with the Seven Kingdoms War, whatever, the Thrones. So it's going to tell the story of the Targaryens and the first dragons and all that stuff way back when. I don't know if it's how true that is, but they started production on another Game of Thrones. So that's just a side note. But back to streaming, like with HBO, that's all they got, bro. Like when Game of Thrones come back out, I'm gonna drop the $16 a month.
Pretty powerful.
I'm gonna spend $16 a month just to watch Game of Thrones every week.
Y'all gonna see me bootlegging this thing.
You gotta think me. All right, I bought my first 4K TV, so now I went ahead and paid for the 4K Netflix. So now I'm watching all my content in 4K.
How much is that?
It's like what, $3-4 more.
So how much? So
I think it's like 12 or 13. I can't remember.
They killing it.
But you gotta think, because I don't pay, like I was paying for Disney Plus, but then Verizon gave it to you for free. So now when I got rid of Disney Plus, I cut down on Hulu. So now I had extra in my streaming budget to upgrade for Netflix.
So let me ask you this: when Verizon gives you Disney Plus free, does they also give you? Because I know Disney offers a package where you get everything. Do they give you everything, or you only get certain stuff?
At first, I had the no, I don't think it does the budget, because you had the Hulu
bundle or whatever.
But my bundle didn't work because I was paying for Hulu Premium. I was paying for the highest Hulu you could possibly get before you get to like streaming, like TV. So I think it was like the second or third. I don't know what it is, but that's why my Disney. I was still paying extra for Hulu because of that. But now I downgraded Hulu because no one really watched Hulu, but I didn't want to get rid of it because Hulu do be dropping some nuggets sometimes.
Hulu, they got a lot of series on their platform, right?
I know with Hulu, like when Hulu lost their contract with CW, that's when I was completely done with Hulu. That's the only reason why I got Hulu, because they had a contract with CW. When CW, look at that Ultra Instinct. Anyway, when CW when they dropped a TV show, it dropped on Hulu the next day, and I could watch that with no ads. But then when Hulu and CW something happened. CW started their own streaming app. That's another streaming joint, but it's free. So now CW has a streaming joint that I have, but it's free. Only downfall is it's buggy sometimes. It's not as fast as like Netflix, Disney, and it glitches a lot too, in my opinion. Maybe it's just the platform, but I have a Fire TV Cube, so it's like it glitches on the computer, everything else. But yeah. So now the CW shows go to the app the next day after stream on TV live.
Sony also has a streaming platform.
Oh, yeah, Sony do
It's
have it.
called
I forgot about
Crackle.
that.
That's been out for a long time, but it's free. But nobody knows about it because they're not doing nothing with it. I just want to say,
Streaming is king right now.
streaming is definitely king. If you are looking to start a streaming service, a streaming platform, now's the time to do it. I want to call
Definitely.
this the second golden age of film. The
Mm-hmm.
first golden age of film was like in the 50s, 60s, that type of era. And during that time, what was happening was these big four, what they would do is they own their own movie theaters. And so when they own their own movie theaters, basically they owned all the money. It was basically a monopoly. So this is, they call it the golden age of film. But, these smaller movie production companies, they basically weren't having it. they got on them, and so now they basically, it was a law set in place to where they couldn't own their own movie theaters. So now this is basically the same thing, because now we have these big production companies. They don't need a movie theater no more. They have their own streaming service. So now it's basically another monopoly.
And I noticed I've been doing a lot of research on home theaters, and because I'm still not done building my home theater, I just got to mount the TV and get surround sound and some sound panels to take out a lot of this echo, if you can hear it. But
They
so
can't, 'cause we got handheld mics, but
this is true. But I'm just saying, like, so now I notice a lot of people are spending a lot of money because now 4K TVs now are like $500.
Cheap, yeah.
You can get a 65-inch 7 Series Samsung TV for $530. That's not bad, because my 55-inch TV downstairs was $1,000 and it's 1080. But now I got my 65-inch for half the price, and it looks 10 times better, and it's bigger.
So if you wanted to start your own streaming service, how would you do that? Like, how would you compete with the big dogs?
Well,
in your opinion,
actually, because I wanted to start my own streaming service, but not so far as streaming as in the way we're talking about streaming. Because I know we're talking about streaming content.
Yeah.
I wanted to start a streaming service
want a
where
business.
I stream. Like, you would hire us to go out
Live
and we
streaming.
shoot your videos live. We shoot your wedding, your events, and all those things. So I was set up with like a switcher and a camera system to where it's like 2 or 3 cameras and we're switching live. So it's like if somebody can't make it to your wedding, then
They can
they
just
can
watch
watch it like an actual TV show, because we have titles, music, everything. It'll look like your wedding is
Graphics,
streaming to a TV show.
commercials,
Yeah.
all that.
So that was my idea of a streaming business. And it's funny because I wish I would have pulled the trigger on that 2 years ago when I got the idea.
Yeah.
Because now
It's booming.
there's so many churches now who wants to get into streaming.
churches,
and
events, all that.
events, churches, weddings. I shot a wedding a couple
Award
weeks ago,
shows.
like last month, and they live streamed the wedding too. I'm just like, bro, I could have just
Dang.
just a whole separate company and just live
Whole nother
stream,
level.
bro.
Or
that's
just
where it's
offered it
at.
as another service with
Yeah.
your company, bro.
'Cause that's-
On Edge Films.
Because I was just like, that's where it's at. Live streaming.
It's definitely the wave right now, especially during COVID. Like you said, a lot of churches are looking for this type of service, and a lot of events. You see the BET Awards, the Oscars are probably going to be
Yeah.
live streamed too. All of these award shows,
Everything's live
it's
streaming.
virtual. They're live streaming it.
Aren't they live streaming the NBA? Well, they always live stream that, but more so like I'm saying, like, do they have people in the stands? 'Cause
I
haven't-
don't think so. I think it's like virtual.
Virtual.
Like people they have them in virtual seats watching.
Okay.
From what I've seen.
I don't know anything about it, because I know they was gonna start doing like sports, but have nobody in the stadium
That's
and
crazy.
just everyone watch from home. But
That's how
like,
it is in boxing.
just
now.
just imagine if you just like company, you could set up live streams for company meetings, because I know they're using Zoom, but what if you could take it to the next level and have like 4 cameras? You have the people, like how we sitting here on the table, and it's another camera pointing on the other side of the table, and you're just doing like a live stream with the company and different company. Bro,
Even funerals.
Funerals?
Funerals. Because a lot of family members will come out of town. usually.
Never thought of that.
Come out
I've
of town.
actually recorded a funeral.
And so, because my uncle owns a funeral, Gilmore Funeral Services, and you know, he asked me like, "Yo, what would it take for you to film or to live?" I think
Live stream funerals.
did he say live stream? Yeah, I think he said live stream. And so, you know, that made total sense to me.
Yeah,
because
because
it's just like
celebrities
a
do
wedding.
it. Celebrities do it. Like, you know, this one. Like, if a celebrity die, they're gonna televise that funeral. Just like with George Floyd, they televised his funeral.
James Brown,
James Brown,
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Everybody gets their funeral televised.
Yeah.
And I actually did shot a video for a funeral, and it was so crowded, I ended up getting COVID from the funeral. Can you believe that? I got COVID at a funeral.
Lord have
So it's like live stream funerals, bro. I would have been all for it. Everybody stay home. Only people that need to be there is the intermediate family, brothers, sister, cousins, whatever. Your close family need to be there. All these extra friends and stuff, I get it. You
And
want
a
to
lot
be
of-
there, but we're in a
A
pandemic.
lot of people are dying
You
from
can't
it.
have 200 people packed in one room in one building and expect it to be okay.
And
We're
it be
wearing a
hot.
mask. Bro, we all had on
not
masks.
the move.
Masks didn't work.
It's not the move.
So if I got sick, I'm sure other people also got sick there too. Just don't know who all got sick.
Yep.
So I'm just like, bro, it was ridiculous stuff. Oh, wear a mask, bro. Granted, mask can help, but if it's 500 people in one room and somebody got COVID, then you gonna get sick too. Mask
You
or
gotta
no
think
mask.
about, you know, the stuff that's going on. You know, there's doorknobs that are constantly being touched. There's just
Doorknobs,
doors. There's a
seats.
whole bunch of stuff that's
And you gotta
constantly
think
touched. That
people
you
are
can't help.
crying and yelling and spitting. You know when you're crying, because you know COVID is in your nose and stuff too, right? Because when they test you for COVID, they stick something in your nose. So if the disease is right here in the tip of your
I have
nose,
a theory.
you know people snotting and
Do you pick your nose?
I mean most people pick their nose.
Do you pick your nose?
Not really.
I
tissue.
pick my nose. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm
I'll
not gonna
pick
say
my
I pick your
nose.
nose on camera. That's
I
nasty.
pick my nose. I pick my nose frequently. I'm not gonna lie to you. And
Oh.
I think that's why.
Go sit over there. You know?
But I have a theory that this is why people get sick, because their nostrils are not clean, and so then the boogers and everything starts stacking
Yeah.
and stacking and
That's why-
stacking.
When I have tissue in my car,
Because I have not been.
I
sick
go through a
for the
whole
last 6-7 years. Bro.
I go through a whole roll of like little packets of tissue in my car 'cause I'm constantly cleaning out my nose, and like honestly I don't see how I even got sick 'cause I usually don't
Yeah.
get that sick 'cause bro, I don't even know
Touch the
how I caught
wrong
this.
person. Touch the wrong thing.
I probably been around the wrong people at the wrong time.
Dang, man, I need to get my beard like you, bro. I'm just looking like, dang, he got the healthy beard, man.
I mean, no, it's long if you look at the old videos, but
I need to get like you, brother.
I
So
don't
yeah,
know,
stream's definitely. What about YouTube? How you feel about YouTube?
talking on ice. So YouTube is taking over. I mean, YouTube's already taken over as far as like putting content out there because, again, YouTube ain't going nowhere.
They are
Everyone's
they
trying to
was
do what
way
YouTube
ahead of
do.
their time.
Facebook is doing it. IGTV, Vimeo. What happened to Vimeo?
Vimeo's still in the game. They
Bruh, I haven't heard of a Vimeo. Like,
well, so Vimeo right now they have Vimeo, which is basically, you know, the competitor to YouTube where a person can upload their content. They also have, if you go Vimeo Pro, you can basically create a subscription or you can start charging for your
you
content.
can do it on YouTube too.
But what they also have is they have VHX,
Okay.
which is this platform to where you can start your own streaming service. This is
Yeah.
where I'm launching my own streaming service called Video Blimp on. It's called VHX.
And you doing it through Vimeo?
Yeah, Vimeo owns VHX.
Okay,
And
VHX.
so, which is basically called an OTT, over the top platform.
Okay.
So basically what this will allow you to do is I upload my content to this platform, and this content basically gives me my own app on Android, iPhone, Apple TV, Xbox, Amazon. So my own app will be on all of these platforms.
That's dope.
And what's even better about it is instead of you having to pay like $6,000 per year or something like that, they have like the intro to it is a pay as you go type of system.
That's dope.
So, you know, for us broke people, you know,
Broke people.
you can
We ain't
start
gonna be
off
broke for long.
small and build your way up.
Speaking of that, so we're gonna take a
So
quick.
they're making moves.
We're gonna take a quick break, But
Commercial break.
I do want to talk more about
Streaming.
the streaming thing. Definitely with YouTube.
So we'll
'cause
be
you could
right
go all in
back
that.
after these commercial breaks.
Stay tuned.
What's up? It's your boy Adrian Nice, host of the Mild and Out Show. I'm here to tell you about our new merch, $100 bill wallets. You want to feel like $1,000,000? Well, you got to start with $100 first. Think it, be it. Focus creates attraction. Holla at me. We are back from our commercial break. Hope you guys enjoyed the ads. I just noticed that this guy has a Thor cup. Guess who owns the Thor character?
Disney. I'll put it up in the frame. Talking about Disney. Because
Disney is such a
I
powerhouse.
mean, I don't hate Marvel. My favorite hero is
just
from DC.
dominating. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I can't knock and say
Disney.
Marvel's not doing better than DC right now. You gotta be an idiot to believe that.
So YouTube. We were talking about YouTube.
Yeah,
So YouTube is killing it also.
because I know we was talking about streaming platforms. We didn't even talk about the YouTube TV joint. How YouTube got original
And
shows
Twitch.
in there too.
Twitch. Well, that's not. Yeah, YouTube.
They got actual TV shows
Original,
like
they got-
Cobra Kai and some other stuff I can't even name because I don't watch TV on YouTube. I watch YouTube to watch YouTube videos.
You can watch TV. on
And even
there,
if
too.
because even like a lot of bigger YouTube channels like Marquez Brownlee has his own TV show on YouTube, and it's
starting whole career.
I think it's talking about
millions.
like tech. Of course, it's tech, but he's going like retro tech, talking about like the first MacBook. The first Mac computer, Macintosh. Talking about like Atari and stuff like that. Just really old retro tech. But it's like actual TV show. They're your standard TV show time or whatever. But that's just
That's
what
dope.
he talks about. But yeah, I got other YouTubers who do the same thing. But
So dang, we losing movie theaters,
movie theaters, TV shows, cable's gone.
cable's gone.
Forget about that.
It's all been combined into consolidized into streaming services and platforms. So
Look.
now we have the devices
Yeah,
that you watch the shows on, and then we have the streaming services.
because you have like I choose to watch everything on Fire Stick, because
But if,
I just feel like Amazon works.
but if you didn't want to, I mean,
yeah, I got my Xbox. I
That's
can
what
watch it on the
most of.
Switch.
Switch.
I mean,
see,
I got
It's
a
everywhere.
phone. I can just screen mirror
or your
to the
phone,
TV
or
Yeah.
your laptop. It's
I have
everywhere.
a smart TV with its own apps, but
It's crazy.
it's like
Smart TV.
I don't even use the apps on my smart TV. I just have it because it's a smart TV, and I just
Bro, you
screen-
probably spend a lot of excess money on streaming services, bro. That you could.
Bro, I think
at
my
the end of the
budget-
year, you could probably just.
I think my budget was like 60 to 100 a month on just streaming stuff, but I cut down a lot because I was paying for a premium on all of them. My thing is, bro, if I want to,
Crazy.
don't get me wrong, you got Cody.
That's your money for your
But
film,
listen,
bro. That's your
But
money
look,
for your film.
you got Cody, right? And all of these other bootleg platforms you can watch TV
Which you'll
on.
find me at.
But listen though,
Okay.
it's not. I consume a lot of content,
I do too.
more than the average person.
Uh,
But I'm the kind of guy where it has to work when I want it to work. And Cody never works when I want it to work.
There's
but it
other
works when I don't want
websites.
it. I
There's
know
other
there's other
websites.
websites, but you got to think
There's other websites.
when you do these pirate websites, you gotta get a VPN. And if you don't get a VPN, like you
Look.
get viruses. Like
Bro.
I can watch pirate like bootleg movies on my iPad, right? I mean my MacBook, right?
You
But then
just
you-
don't know the ways. You just
Right.
don't know the secrets, my
This is-
brother.
I'd rather pay
Let
for
me
it.
put y'all on Los
I'd rather pay
Movies.
for it.
That's what it's called, Los Movies. Every
go
single
get us-
movie that drops.
You gonna get it shut down on
No,
YouTube?
because it's not illegal. Los Movies is not illegal.
Los.
How they get around it is Los Movies is a website. You're able to go on there. You're able to watch everything that drops out, but they're not the one that's hosting the content. They're hosting the hosters who are hosting the content. So they can't get taken down. They're not
I'm
doing
pulling
anything.
up right now.
They're not doing anything illegal.
Los LOS
S-movies.com.
Los.
So yeah,
Bro,
they're not doing
Why is my
anything
Wi-Fi acting okay?
illegal.
Los
Just
dot
put
what?
low space movies.
Still gonna pay for Netflix.
Boom.
I'm still gonna pay for Netflix.
I
I'm
watch everything.
I'm still gonna rent my movie because look, I noticed.
Everything.
But listen, they don't. Sometimes it's not a high enough quality.
And the reason being is because when they premiere it before everybody else premieres it, they get that copy and bring it on there. So for us, for people like us who review
So-
content in movies, it
Okay,
would be
I
beneficial.
say it's in HD,
They have,
but do they have 4K?
they do. They
I
do.
don't see it though. I see HD.
Click
I don't
it.
see UHD.
Click
Hold
it.
on, let me find out.
Click one. So those are ads. Don't click that.
Old
will
Guard
get
was on
you.
Netflix.
They get you everything. So then we got to exit out of this.
See pop-ups, bro. You gonna
That's
destroy
so-
your computer.
No, you just got to know how to
Streaming HD now.
scroll down.
This right here. Right?
Scroll down. So these are all the platforms that are offering.
Bro, that's too much though.
Listen to what I'm saying though. These are all the platforms that are offering this one show. So this website is not
So if
streaming
they-
this show.
So if this doesn't work, I can go to the next one. If that doesn't-
Exactly. So you find the best quality with the best reviews.
that's too much.
No, it's not. For free? It's not.
Bruh.
It's not. I just saved you about $10,000. I saved you about $10,000
bruh,
in a year.
I'm gonna check it
guess
out.
what?
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I will watch a
guess
movie and
what?
test it out. But I'm still gonna pay
While
for the
you-
movies.
While you watching it and paying for it, I'm gonna see it like 10 days before.
That's
before you
fine,
see
bro.
it. So when my review video drops, I'm gonna get the views. I'm gonna get the views because it's gonna be trending.
I don't care. Bruh. See, the movie I wasn't even on here,
What is it?
Bloodshot. So now I gotta go and buy it off of Amazon.
It's on there. I bet you $100 is on there. You gotta prove that you're a human.
Doing too much. So now I gotta go
you
through
get
this
to see it
whole.
for free.
Please click each image containing
And so
an
that's
airplane.
the difference. That's why streaming services are in right now because you're paying for convenience. He's a lazy guy. He doesn't want to go through all this extra stuff.
And this is why we do fast food.
boom. Is that it?
Is that Vin Diesel? Oh, it is it.
So
And this
boom.
is exactly why we pay for fast food because
yeah, exactly.
don't
Convenient.
nobody got time for. Look,
Exit out of it.
think about it. You notice when you go to the store and you have the energy drinks like Red Bull
Scroll
on the counter, and then you have Red
Scroll
Bull on the and then this is the old drink.
We ain't gotta watch it right now.
But then you have the ones in the fridge cost more because it's already cold. It's convenient.
It's whatever.
Man, I'm not watching that.
But
Crap.
if you're a patient guy and you're not
I'm
worried
not.
about all of that and you want to watch it for free, you could save money
Bro,
and still get what you want at the end of the day.
I mean, listen. I feel like if you have the budget, because I budgeted my streaming platforms, I can't get any more streaming.
your ass is
platform.
paying for like 5 different ones
I-
that do
actually,
the
no, no,
same
no, no,
exact
no.
thing.
All right, let's go. All right, so let's break it down. Spotify, Netflix,
That's what I'm
Hulu,
saying.
Disney is free, so I ain't gonna count that. Spotify, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon,
You're paying for all of that? That's what you're
and
telling me?
Funimation.
Hell
And I was actually about to start paying for Crunchyroll because they got some dope stuff on there too.
no.
Bruh, I mean, I don't mind it.
Yes, but
But you go want people to pay for your streaming service and they can just go on here and get your content for free. How you gonna feel?
they can't get my content for free because you know what I'm
Damn.
saying. Well, they can. I would hate it. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
to
but you gotta think these people are already billionaires. They don't care anyway. So what's 100-something thousand people watching it for free when you have another 100-something thousand people?
It actually increases your sales because a lot of people get to see it, and the best form of promotion is word of mouth.
Yeah. So I feel like, I mean, to each his own. I
Like I
like
said.
paying for streaming services because of convenience. I just like my stuff to work when it works.
See, but me, I just like to get it first. I like to
Yeah,
get it
that's
first.
cool.
That's the only reason why I do it
Just like
before everybody
just
else.
like pre-ordering video games.
Yeah, exactly. But
Different.
what if
So-
but what if you could get the game and test it out before
yeah.
everybody
That's
pre-ordered?
when you got to get 1 million subscribers on YouTube so you can get the camera. Like, Peter McKinnon was the first person to ever use the EOS R5. He tested out the first build of it. Did you know that?
I do not.
He was like, so Canon called him up and was like, yo, this is the first EOS 5 prototype. Take it home for a couple months. Do a review. be the first one to put the video out. So no one knew about the EOS R5 until Peter put the video out.
Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about YouTube creating these YouTube stars. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Like, they have really dished out like millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Millions of
creating
dollars.
people's careers.
Bruh. Because YouTube changed so many people's lives. You got MKBHD, where his company alone is millions, but he only paid himself, I think, 6 figures. So like a low, maybe 50,000 a year. I forgot what he paid himself. But you have MKBHD, Marquez Brownlee. You have Matty Hapoya, where he was talking about on his podcast. My goal was to make my first, $8,000 in 1 month on YouTube alone. Just like endorsements, AdSense, and all that stuff. So these people are making like 8,000 at the minimum, 8,000 a month. So at the minimum, 8,000 a month is what, 100-something thousand a year. So now you make 100,000 a year.
All after YouTube.
That's the bare minimum, but you're not thinking about sponsorships, brand deals. Like companies are, so Xbox would pay me to do an unboxing, right? You're gonna pay me $4,000 to unbox your Xbox. So now I got to do an unboxing. Then you pay me for another video, and then you pay me for the third video. Okay, you pay me for the unboxing, first look or whatever. Then you pay me for a review, and then you go pay me again for I've had the Xbox for 6 months, and this is what I feel about it.
Then we got to talk about product placement.
Product placement. Squarespace is coughing out tons of cash just to. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. And then
we
you talk
need to get
about
up on that then.
but like you gotta think
affiliate marketing.
So like what they do is they would pay you. Okay, Squarespace. Say if we had a sponsorship, right? A paid sponsor. Squarespace will pay us for just 30 seconds. Okay, we gonna pay you for minute 2 to minute 3. So they get 60 seconds, but they tell us where to place the video. Yeah. So now we got to do the video and be strategic. Okay, so now we at the 1 minute mark. So now a 2 minute mark. So Squarespace got to get minute 2 to minute 3, and then we're done with the sponsor. We go back into our regular video. But then you also got to think about the transition into your sponsor too, because it's like you can't just be like you're watching the video and then abruptly stop your subject to go talk about the sponsorship. So you have to find a creative way to ease into your sponsor.
So now that we kind of know about the game, the YouTube game, so do you think it's as easy as it was back maybe 3-5 years ago to become a YouTube star, YouTube sensation, make money?
Well, back in the day, I think it was a lot easier because YouTube was new and you didn't have a lot of competition. Like when Marquez Brownlee started, I think he pioneered the tech channel, him, Unbox Therapy, Lou Later, they started the tech YouTuber thing because back then there was like maybe 1 or 2 tech channels. So now no one was doing videos on cell phones. No one was reviewing cell phones until Marquez Brownlee made it his thing, sitting in his college dorm or in his bedroom at first, and then sitting in his college dorm. Okay, I'm gonna just review everything I have, and it's like, so now it's like,
what do you do now? What do you do? Because you're trying to start your own tech channel. Like,
yeah. So,
I'm trying to do my own YouTube thing too. Like, how do we
nowadays you got to pay for like ads and sponsors. Like you really got to.
So do you think they were doing that back then though?
No. How do you didn't have to. I don't think you had to. Cause like,
but how do you know?
I don't think you had to.
Is that the illusion of the industry?
It could be, but I honestly believe you didn't have to pay for like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Google ads and stuff to get known because like I said, like my Neurophone video got 34,000 views, about to hit 35. And I put it out almost a year ago. To me that's pretty good for 300 subscribers, but
but how do you know that Neurophone is not running ads on your video to send you traffic?
That would be dope, but they should run ads on other videos. But
that people do that,
yeah,
and the person will never even know.
But I trash Neurophones. They're not gonna run an ad on that,
bro.
I was trash, bro. I was like, I mean, I know. Well, it wasn't all right.
Any publicity is
basically
publicity.
The video wasn't a shot to Neurophones. It was my personal experience because I have sensitive ears, so I couldn't use the product. And I said in the video, I wish my ears weren't so bad because I absolutely love these headphones so much. I wish I can use them, but I can't because of my sensitivity. So I told them I was like, yo, the headphones were great. It was so hard for me to find like bad things about it, so I had to nitpick stupid things that are just a pet peeve. But the biggest thing of reason why I got rid of them is because my ears were sensitive. I've been meaning to send this video to Nerd Phone for a long time now. I just haven't sent it to him.
Well, I mean, now you can.
But hey,
So-
look, 35,000 views. Send me your Neuraloops, the new joints you got out.
So okay, let's just kind of estimate and compare. Okay, so right now, with your job, not including like all of the other stuff that you do, how much would you say you make? A range, a very open range, because we don't really need to know. But just how much would you say you make?
Including my wife income or just me by myself?
Just you yourself. From what to what do you say you make? Give us like a very.
I would say
open.
from 4 to 6.
So from 4 to 6, you make that. Do you think that if you were to just quit your job and only focus on YouTube, do you think you could make that?
I mean, yeah, if I had all the time, because I would literally have to put out 3 videos a day.
You think that's what it would take?
I would look if I had
Because I
all
don't know.
day,
I'm just asking.
bro. I feel like as new creators now, because back then and probably because a lot of these YouTubers started when they were, a lot of them
When
didn't
YouTube
have,
wasn't.
they didn't have to put a video out every 2 days or whatever, and they didn't have a lot on their plate. Like when Marquez Brownlee started, he was like, what, 14, 15? And he was a kid at home. He went to school, did his homework, and he had all this free time. And you know, as a teenager, you have a lot of free time. And a lot of these YouTubers now who's like a mogul, they have,
The free time to do it.
like Peter McKinnon grew a lot faster than most people.
But is it because they quit everything and dedicated their time towards that?
Yeah, that's the thing. When you have... I have a whole newborn, so I can't
Yeah,
just
you
quit.
can't quit.
I can't quit my
feel
job
it.
and just do YouTube.
Yeah.
So I have to really work a lot harder than like a lot of other people. Like I have to like, okay, I would go to my regular job. Because what I've been doing was because I work in the evening, so I would shoot videos during the day, eat, and then go to my regular job, come home, finish up edits, or shoot some other stuff, or set up for the next day in the morning.
Like you, bro.
But it's it's
I
a
need
lot of work.
laptop. Apple, if you want to donate laptops
Donate.
to us so we can edit,
I'll take
know,
a
give us
MacBook
that
Air, the new
sponsorship.
one. Listen.
like, let's make it happen. Let's make
And
it
I'm
happen.
all Apple product. I do Apple
See,
everything.
so,
So.
even better investment for you guys.
And I'm about to get the iPhone 12 and do a
he's about to
video
get the
on the.
iPhone 12. So go ahead and send it over.
Come on, actually, Canon should sponsor this video because I'm naming my son after Canon, the company.
That's
Come on,
still
bruh.
not a reason Apple can't sponsor us. We need sponsorship
Come
from
on,
both y'all.
Canon. I'll take whatever camera you give me. R5. I'll take the R6 and be happy. But
All right.
yeah, I don't know, bro. It's tough being a
Yeah,
YouTuber.
we don't see Disney, we don't see Netflix, we don't see Amazon creating stars.
YouTube has like put so many people on the map.
But I do want to say Amazon does have their own user generated platform.
Yeah.
A lot of people do not know this, but you can upload your own
A lot
content
of my friends have films on Amazon
to
Prime.
Amazon Prime. And it doesn't have to be the best because if you go on to Amazon, you'll see some crappy stuff. So you just have to fill
Should
out
just put it
stuff.
on YouTube.
Or you can put it on Amazon and start making money immediately. Let's
Yeah.
talk about the threshold. So for you to start making money on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers.
And 4,000.
You have to have 4,000 hours watched
in 12 months.
in 12 months. And even
That's hard.
then, you're not guaranteed that your channel will get monetized. They still have to analyze
Go through a bunch of extra crap.
and do a diagnostics on your channel to see where your views are coming from, where your time watched is coming from, and they make a decision.
I feel like now, in order to really make it
Or you can go to Amazon.
in YouTube, if you want to be, you have to get a shout out from a well-known YouTuber. Like this one YouTuber, I forgot his name. His name is Matt, but he's Matty Hapoyer's editor. So Matty gave him a shout out on his Instagram, and he went from, I think 500,000 to I think he's way over 15K right now, and he's still growing because he got that shout out. Chris Howe got a shout out from Peter McKinnon, and now he's in that top bracket of YouTube. And
That cosign.
listen, Daniel Schiffer had nowhere near, right, 1 million subscribers. He collabed with Peter McKinnon. Now he's over 1 million subscribers, bro. I was watching Daniel Schiffer for years, and he did not have no millions. He wasn't
Think he
even
ran
close.
ads on that collab?
Probably, but he didn't even like, bro. If Peter McKinnon give me a shout out today, because my content is dope. You can't even lie. Like,
My God.
I have good content. So if Peter McKinnon give me a shout out right now,
Come on, Peter.
bruh, I will go from 300 to probably 300K in like 2 days.
Come on, Peter.
Because once Peter McKinnon give me a shout out, his friends are gonna watch.
We need that cosign.
And if they like my content, they go on to, okay, it's a new creator. Let's get on.
we need that content.
He's booming right now.
Didn't he invite you out? Didn't he say come out?
Well, because I gotta reach out to him again. Because I commented on his video and he was talking about a studio. I said, bro, I'm coming to can I come visit your studio? He said, sure. That's all he said was sure.
Now, he should have followed up, got his info,
Yeah.
blase,
But then
blase.
COVID happened, so I'm like, bro, I don't want to ask. Because now it's like, I don't know the rules
He's
for
in Canada, right?
Yeah, I don't know the rules for me leaving because of
We're
COVID.
not even going to chance it.
So I don't know if I can take a flight to Canada
We're not
with
even gonna
COVID.
chance it.
But then I think he had somebody else come from the States. I don't know if it was from Canada. I don't know, but I don't know. I can cross the border, and I had COVID
Hey,
before.
we got
They not gonna let me go to Canada.
who was it? The Bahamas? They're not accepting U.S. citizens no more. Was it
Nope.
the Bahamas
I don't know, but
or
I had
island?
I had a
somewhere.
gig in the Bahamas. I had one last year. I have another one this year, but that got canceled. So I'm kind of hurt from that. And that was a big check too.
So, and they also have YouTube Academy, you know, where you can go learn how to become a success, which I have taken a couple of their courses. They give you a certificate and everything. So you can, you know, show if you go to a job that requires you to know some type of knowledge of YouTube, filmmaking, monetizing, et cetera, you can show those certificates and have it on your resume. So,
Yeah,
you know,
YouTube's hard.
they are definitely an ecosystem for growth.
I will say it's not hard. It's just like you gotta put like, cause I notice when I put out 2 or 3 videos a week consistently, I see a little spike in growth. So
I agree.
So now last week I put out 3 or 4 videos. I can't remember. I think it was 3. But this week I'm trying to put out 3 or 4 videos, and I already have them slated. I just gotta shoot them and edit them and put them out.
It's definitely a grind, man. Because I remember
Yeah.
when I was like 400 subscribers, in like 4 months, I just started promoting my channel nonstop,
Yeah.
messaging every single person I knew, just promoting it, just to get 1,000. I
Hey,
think
yo,
I'm at
subscribe to my
1,300.
channel. Subscribe
Yeah.
to my channel. I'm
So-
about to send to every person in my yard. If you're not subscribed yet, you should subscribe.
Yeah, but that's just the people who subscribe. So imagine how many more messages I had to send to the people who
Yeah.
said no. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a grind.
I'm not subscribing to your channel.
Yeah.
Like, what you mean you not? I can get benefit.
It's all good. Our time
Just
will
subscribe. It's not gonna hurt to watch 5-minute video.
So go ahead and subscribe to us. On that note, subscribe, tap that notification bell.
You don't want to miss any videos.
like, share, comment.
Always.
On this channel, we talk about film stuff. We invite people in. We do reaction videos to their films. We talk about film tech like cameras, computers, editing software,
All that jazz.
all that jazz, equipment,
Everything under the sun.
movies. We do movie reviews. This, that, and the third. That's what we do.
Isn't this, that, and the third another podcast for Steve?
This, that, and the third is a podcast by a friend of ours called Steven
Yeah.
Smith. You
It's
can
pretty
check that
dope.
out.
Check that out.
And he does like artists interviews, music artists.
We need to get him. We supposed to get him on this joint.
You might see him on the next episode.
Hey, Steve.
You might see him on. He
We about to hit you up.
has a visual film background also, so
Yeah.
you know we'll make
Well,
it
let's
happen.
get it, man. Thanks for watching this one
Thank you guys for watching
and listening. If
Shout
you
out
listen.
to our sponsors one more time: King Moscato, made in South Carolina, moonshine base. Check them out, King with a Q, and Audiobox.
Audiobox.
The world famous Audiobox. Documentary coming soon, shot by us, directed by us. Hopefully we can get this man
As the
focused. Yes, to make
Bruh.
it happen.
I'm waiting on y'all. What's the schedule?
But it is coming soon. Yeah. On Edge Films, Majidine, we in here.
Get it.
This is Indie Industries.
Peace.
We out.